Hi, Hannah.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just getting set up.
You're just what? You're what?
Just getting set up. I gotta get my mat and stuff.
Okay, take your time. You're the only one on so far.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock, right?
I know.
Okay.
Hi, Kenny. Hi, Kenny. Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
It's going good, I guess. I think it's going well. That's always like such a big question because there's so many layers of what's going on, you know?
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing? That's what I should ask.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah. Can't complain. I have a friend who's like really going through this depression. And so I keep asking him it's automatic. You say, hey, so how's it going? And the answers are just horrible, And so I'm trying to figure out something different to
ask them?
Yeah, is there anything you're grateful about today?
You want to bring out the positive.
There's nothing to say, really. I should just say nothing at all, probably.
Well, I'm sure they're grateful to have someone who's willing to listen and ask, even if they don't say it, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. Even if I don't get the response that I'm looking for.
That you'd like to hear.
Yeah. Oh, things are so much better today.
Yeah. I guess we want to see the people that we care about happy.
Yeah.
But depression and anxiety happen.
Oh yeah, some people can't avoid it.
Maybe just tell them to do yoga.
Oh, he knows. He knows my prescription.
Oh, yoga. That's a good prescription.
He just can't, some people, it's uncontrollable. It's kind of a chemical imbalance or something.
Right. I just wanted to tell everyone, hi Francis, drinking a green juice in nature somewhere expansive. I'm so happy to see you. I miss Wednesdays without you, just feel weird. Francis was always, even in the in-person classes at the Bhakti Center, he was there Wednesday mornings. And I see Brenda's here, and so was Jan. Jan was there every Wednesday. Good morning, Brenda. You're always like so ready. I appreciate that. So we will start. I'm recording live on YouTube because some people can't make it to our classes and I still want to share it with them. So I just have myself spotlighted so that to respect your privacy, basically. And before we get started, I was just thinking about this word shelter that is often used in times of crisis. Where do you go for shelter? And an obvious answer in a tornado would be maybe in the basement, or during a hurricane in a room without windows. But what about a crisis of internal crisis? Where do we go for our shelter? I know sometimes I find myself just scrolling through Instagram. I'm looking for some sort of relief, or watching the news, and the news never gives peace of mind. So I wanted to just ask you to maybe reflect on that in times of internal crisis. And it might be something small, like I have a headache today, or it might be something bigger, like I've lost a loved one, or I lost my job, or I've lost my home. Where is it that we go for shelter? So let's start laying flat on the back. Francis, what a cute puppy. I have to hear this whole story later on. And laying on your back. Hi, Ashley. Open your arms and legs nice and wide. Close your eyes. And let's begin to take the journey within. With your eyes closed, take a very full breath in, filling your low belly, mid belly, all the way up to your chest and upper lungs. And then exhale, empty chest, mid belly, low belly, all the way down. We'll take 3 breaths like this. You're lying on your back. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest and lungs. Exhale, 3. Hi, Chloe. We're just laying on our backs. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, upper chest and lungs. For 2. And then deepest, most complete breath in through your nose as if you're breathing from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. And then exhale, 1. With your next breath in, let's just reach the arms up and over the head as if you could touch the wall behind you, kicking into your heels, pointing into your toes, grow large and expansive. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. So going from this expansive place to a more internal state, yoga is the journey within. So where do you go in times of crisis? And during this 1 hour together, can we direct our energy inward? Whether it's a high or low moment of your life right now, can we train ourselves to go inside for comfort, for joy, for happiness? Let's find a happy baby pose, grabbing the arches of the feet, maybe your toes, and just start to gently rock left and right. Slowly warming up the muscles of your hips and your legs. And then eventually hugging your knees into your chest. Let's open the arms to a T and just let your knees twist right as you gaze left over your shoulder. And try to keep your left shoulder blade down on the mat. Your eyes can close as you take a full breath in. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full breath out. 1 more, low belly, mid belly, all the way up. And release. We're going to come back in through center and just take the twist in the other direction. So now your knees are left and your gaze is right. And count 3 breaths here. Then slowly come back in through center again, hugging both knees towards the chest. Let's rock ourselves up to find a comfortable seat. And as you find your seat, just bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart and thank yourself for showing up this morning. Most of the day, we're practicing looking outside. For this hour of the day, we're practicing looking inside. Let's open with one sound of Om. Take a very deep breath in through your nose. Om. Agyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And then slowly come to all fours, so finding a tabletop position. I'm just going to mute everyone so you can hear me better. So starting to warm up your spine. Simple cat-cow. As you inhale, let your belly drop, lift your tailbone and crown high to the sky. And as you exhale, arch your spine, gazes down to the mat. And this is when you'll engage your Ujjayi Pranayam. Deep breath in and out through your nose. Let there be a slight constriction in the backside of your throat, creating an oceanic sound as you breathe. This rhythm of your breath will help you find a nice rhythm of mind. And then intuitive movement. You can roll your neck, your shoulders, and your hips. Carry this breath with you. And then finding a neutral tabletop, we're going to tuck our 10 toes under and just come to sit right on top of your bum. Again, those 10 toes are tucked under, so you're getting a nice stretch on the feet. Your hands can soften on your knees, or if you need to take a little less or a little pressure off the feet, just drop weight to your hands. And here we'll take 3 full breaths, letting gravity do most of the work for you. Inhale. For 3. Low belly, mid belly, upper chest and lungs. For 2. Deepest, fullest breath in through your nose. And 1. Let's come back through a tabletop position. Untuck the toes, child's pose position. Tailbone drops back to your heels. And take a few breaths here. I need to check on a baby lizard that I just put outside real quick. Baby lizard. Come. I'm gonna put you somewhere safe. Right down here in the grass. Beautiful. And from this child's pose, let's inhale all 4s. And then exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just start to pedal out your legs. When I was setting up for yoga, I found a baby lizard under my chair. Then I took it outside, and then I just realized I put it in a vulnerable place. I wanted to hide it a little bit in the grass. So I had to do that mid child's pose. Beautiful. From this downward facing dog, let's very gently walk your feet towards your hands, little baby steps. And as you get to the top of your mat, just hang heavy, nodding yes and no, swaying left and right. And whatever is going on in your life, again, it can be a very high moment or a very low moment. We all have many of those. No one is exempt. Can you just give yourself permission to take the journey within? At least 1 hour today out of 24. With your next breath in, you're going to find a flat back, reaching your gaze forward. And as you exhale, right leg back, soften your knee down to the mat. We're going to push down into both of the feet as your arms lift up and over the head. Anjaneyasana. And then slightly feel the left hip go back as your left knee reaches forward towards the toes. Take one more very full breath in, lengthening up and through your spine. And then we're going to exhale into a plank pose. Take one full breath here in your plank pose. Then we're going to exhale, drop the left knee down and open to the right side of the room as your right hand reaches high to the sky. And then up and over the head. So you're creating a rainbow shape from your toes to your fingertips. Breathing into your right lung, your right rib cage especially. And exhaling, just softening into the posture. And then pushing down into your left hand and your left foot, reach your right hand high to the sky. Float your right leg high, starting to find a balance here. And then you're going to kick a lot into your right heel as you reach a lot through the crown of the head in the opposite direction. Option to bend your knee and reach your right hand for your toes for our remaining 3 breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale 3. Deep inhale. Exhale 2. And one more very full breath in. And 1. Slowly drop the right hand in the front of the mat and place your right foot outside of your right hand, keeping that back knee down. And here you might rest your fingertips, your palms, or drop all the way down to your forearms, letting your chin just tuck in towards your heart. And it's sometimes nice to shift the weight right and left a few times as you settle into this wonderful hip stretch. Our breath is a great tool to take us out of the past and out of the future. So let's take 3 breaths here, in through the nose. For 3. In through your nose. For 2. Deepest, fullest breath in, low belly, mid belly, all the way up. And 1. Then pushing down into your palms now. Let's tuck the back toe, lift the back knee, inhale, Yogi squat, exhale, left foot comes outside of the left hand. So it's kind of like you're in a happy baby pose, but you're on your feet now. Reaching your heart for your thumbs, pushing your elbows into the knees. Can the crown of your head become lighter like a feather, while your seat becomes heavier like a strong, sturdy rock? Take one more deep inhale as you lengthen up and through your spine. And then we're going to exhale, drop your palms, lift your seat, point the toes forward. So now you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Nodding yes and no. Swaying left and right. Wonderful. And then start to slowly toe heel your feet back towards one another. And we're going to do that same sequence to the other side. Warming up the body, take an inhale to flat back. Exhale, left leg back, soften your knee down to the mat. We're going to push down into the feet as the arms rise, rooting to rise, inhale. Shoulders will soften as you exhale. Push down into the four corners of both of the feet a lot as you inhale. And then exhale, plank pose. We're going to inhale here in plank to lengthen from the heels to the crown of your head. And then drop your right knee down to the mat, open to the left side of the room this time. And your left hand reaches up and over. So you're breathing into the left lung, your left rib cage, letting your ear just drop down to your shoulder. And then engaging the posture, push into your right hand, your right foot, the left hand reaches high, the left leg floats. So now we're finding a balance. And can you try to grow as long as possible from your heel to the crown of the head? And then your left to right fingertips. If you did on the other side, or even if you didn't and you want to, bend your knee, reaching your left hand for your left toes. And we'll take 3 breaths together. Two. And 1. Gently drop the left hand at the top of the mat. Left foot comes outside of the left hand. And you might stand your palms. You might drop down to your forearms. You might let your chin tuck in towards your chest. But most importantly, whatever you're doing with your body, make sure that your breath is filling this very unique and beautiful shape that it's in. 3 breaths in through your nose. For 3. Inhale. For 2. Deepest breath in. And 1. You're going to push down into the palms. Tuck your back toe, lift the knee. Inhale, yogi squat. Exhale, same posture. Second time. Bring hands to a prayer in front of the heart. Let your eyes close. As you inhale, fill your body with breath. Exhale, softening into the posture. Inhale, lengthening through your spine. Exhale, softening into this very unique moment in time. And then 1 more full body breath in. Exhale, we drop the palms, lift the seat, point the toes forward, and just sway your arms left and right. Almost like they're branches of a willow tree, growing and blowing with the wind of your breath. And then as you toe heel your feet towards one another, we're just going to roll up to standing this time. And as you come to standing, we're going to do a little shake into the legs, into the arms, and letting out some I like how Kenny said yoga is his prescription. So this is always good for letting out any stuck emotions, or even anything that's just stuck in the body. And then we're going to end with a little sway left and right here. I know when I lived in New York, so many people said that yoga was their therapy. And everyone in New York has a therapist. But for many people, yoga is that therapy, because it's the time of quieting the mind and going within oneself. All right, so let's come to the top of the mat and we're going to start our sun salutation. We're honoring the beautiful sun that gives us light, that gives us so much life on this planet. So it's a moving prayer of gratitude, actually. So pushing down into the four corners of both of your feet. We're going to inhale as the arms lift up and over the head. Reach your gaze high to your thumbs. As you exhale, we're going to fold forward, heart down to your thighs. Inhale, flat back. Stretch your gaze forward. And then exhale, right leg back. Let's soften our knee down to the mat. Pushing down into both feet, the arms rise, beginning, middle, arrive, exhale, plank pose. Inhale here just to lengthen. And then exhale, lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Lifting your heart, inhale, cobra or upward dog, the entire inhale just for that. And then exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, let's reach our right leg high to the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips, and just create a little space in the joints. And you're going to inhale, straighten your legs, square your hips, place your right foot outside of the right hand, dropping the back knee. Either practicing the same variation that we were just in, or bend your back knee and reach your right hand for your left toes. You're reaching opposite for opposite. Wherever you are, most important, your breath is filling the shape. So let's take a deep inhale. For 3. Deep inhale. For 2. Fullest breath in. And 1. I'm going to unwind, frame the front foot with both hands. Tucking the back toe, lift the knee, right hand twist up, inhale. For 3. Inhale. For 2. Deepest breath in. And 1. Let's frame the front foot, meet in a forward fold, Uttanasana. As you inhale, flat back, let's stretch the gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, rooting into your feet. Inhale, arms lift up, gaze is high. Then exhale, hands to heart center, come back to your meditation. Left side, we inhale, the arms rise, beginning. Middle, arrive, exhale, fold, beginning. Middle, arrive, flat back, inhale. Left leg back, soften knee down to the mat. We inhale, the arms rise, beginning. Middle, arrive, exhale, plank pose. Take a full breath here, lengthening. And then exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. We inhale, lifting the heart, cobra, upward dog, either one. And downward facing dog, left leg high. Bend your knees, stack the hips, create space. Then you can inhale, straighten your legs, square your hips, place your left foot outside of the left hand, dropping your back knee to the mat. Again, option is to stay like this or bend your back knee, this time left hand for the right toes. And whatever shape you're in, just make sure you're filling it with very conscious breath in through your nose. For 3. Inhale. For 2. Deepest breath. And 1, we're going to unwind, frame the front foot with both hands, tucking your back toe, lift the knee, the left hand up, inhale. For 3. Inhale. For 2. Deepest breath in, twisting deeper for 1. Slowly unwind, frame the front foot. We meet in a forward fold. With your inhale, flat back, stretch your gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Rooting down, inhale, the arms reach up, gaze is high. And hands to heart, come back to your meditation. Round 2, inhale, the arms rise, beginning. Middle, arrive, exhale, fold, squeeze the breath out through your nose. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right leg back, soften your knee down to the mat. Inhale, the arms rise, beginning, middle, arrive. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plank pose, inhale, beginning, middle, arrive, and then lower through your vinyasa. From downward dog, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, foot inside the thumbs, keeping your back knee lifted. The left hand on the mat, right hand twist up. Inhale, beginning, middle, arrive. Exhale, frame your right foot with both hands. Inhale, high lunge. The arms lift up and over the head. And then exhale, we'll frame the front foot, forward fold, Uttanasana. Flat back, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rooting down, we inhale, the arms lift, the gaze is high. Hands to heart, come right back to your meditation. Same thing, left side. Inhale, the arms up, beginning, middle, arrive. Exhale, fold, squeeze the breath out through your nose. Flat back, inhale. Left leg back, soften knee down to the mat. Arms up, inhale, beginning, middle, arrive, and exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everyone. Plank pose as you inhale, take the full breath in to arrive. And then exhale, lower through your vinyasa. Remember, there's one breath per movement, never need to rush. Then we come right back into our downward facing dog. Left leg high, inhale, beginning, middle, arrive. Exhale, foot inside the thumbs, keeping the back knee lifted. Left hand will twist up, inhale, beginning, middle, arrive. Frame your front foot, that's the exhale. High lunge, the arms lift up, stay low in your hips. And then exhale, frame your front foot, forward fold, Uttanasana. Beautiful, flat back, inhale. Forward fold, the head gets even heavier. And then rooting down, we inhale, the arms up, gaze is high. Hands to heart center. So we have one final round with some variations. We're going to inhale the arms up and over the head. This time lift up to your tippy toes. So we're finding a balance. A tippy toe balance for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll drop the heels, interlace hands behind your back. Let your palms drop down as you start to lift your heart, lift your gaze up. And then exhale, fold forward and over your legs, keeping your hands interlaced and maybe bending into opposite knees. And then eventually your hands drop down the back sides of the legs. We're going to inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, right leg back, soften knee down to the mat. The arms lift up and over the head. This is the breath in. And then exhale, downward facing dog, your choice to move through a vinyasa or find stillness in downward dog or even a child's pose position. From downward facing dog, we inhale the right leg high to the sky. Switching it up, we're going to place the foot inside of the hands, dropping the back knee. Draw your hips back, bowing over your right leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. And you can imagine my hand on your right hip, gently pulling it back. And as you inhale, can you imagine your heart reaching for your toes, lengthening the spine, and then use your exhale to fold over your leg. Let's take 3 breaths like that. Inhale. For 3. Inhale. For 2. Deepest breath in. And 1. Transition, we'll bend the front knee. Keep the toes tucked as you pick up that back knee. The right hand stretches up just like we did before. That's the inhale. Exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, high lunge, arms up and over the head. And warrior 2 will open to the long side of the mat, maybe widening your stance here. 3 breaths as you inhale, lengthen through your spine. Stack shoulders on hips. Exhale, sink deep for 3. Inhale, lengthen from fingertip to fingertip. Right knee towards the right pinky toe for 2. Fullest breath with the crown of the head lift. Sinking deepest for 1. Let's reverse the right arm up. Say hi to the right rib cage, that right lung once again as you straighten your right leg. Push into the feet, inhale arms to a T. Triangle pose. So for me, I always step the back foot a little bit closer here. Left hip goes back as the right hand stretches, stretches, stretches. Utthita Trikonasana, 3 breaths. Two breaths. One breath. Transitioning half moon pose, we'll bend into the right knee. Right hand in front of the foot, maybe on a block. Strength and momentum, the left leg lifts. So we did this earlier, we were on our right knee. And we also bent the back knee and reached the hand for the toe. So if you want to do that on one leg, go ahead and give it a try. Most important is whatever shape you're in, you're breathing very deeply into. So 3 more breaths wherever you are. Two. And 1. We're going to drop the left hand down, square the hips, and take a medium step back. Finding head to knee pose, Parshvattanasana. Hands might still rest on blocks. Feel my hand on your right hip, gently pulling it back in space. And as you inhale, lengthen through your spine. Fold over your leg for 3. Inhale, lengthen. Folding for 2. Fullest, deepest breath. And 1. Right hand inside of the right foot. We're going to open to the long side of the mat. So the same way we were facing for our warrior. Widen the stance as you pigeon the toes in. See if the crown of your head can drop, maybe on the mat or above the mat, but just letting your spine hang heavy here. And then transitioning, we're going to slide on the heels, open the toes nice and wide. Take a deep bend into the left knee for Skandasana. So you can use your hands to support you here, or you could bring your hands to a prayer at your heart, whatever feels most natural and good for your body right now. And we're just going to take maybe 2 more breaths here, settling into the posture with our breath. And if they're not, your hands will drop. You'll lift your seat. Walk your hands to frame your front foot, meeting in a forward fold, hanging heavy over your legs. Deep inhale, flat back. Deep exhale, forward fold. Rooting down, we inhale, the arms lift, gaze as high, come to standing. Hands to heart, beautiful. So we'll do our final round now. We inhale, the arms up and over your head, gaze as high. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana, heart to your thighs. Flat back, inhale. Left leg back, soften knee down to the earth. Arms lift up as you inhale, beginning, middle, arrive, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Then your choice to move through a vinyasa if it ignites your breath, or find stillness if that helps you to breathe more deeply. It's a moving meditation practice. We're over halfway done already. Let's reach the left leg high as you inhale, beginning, middle, arrive, foot inside the thumbs, drop the back knee, bowing over the leg, half split. So just draw your hips back, the left leg straightens, beautiful. And then as you inhale, your heart stretches for those toes, finding length. And as you exhale, fold over your leg. Let's take 3 breaths together. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, 3. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, 2. Deepest breath in. Deepest breath out. Transitioning, let's bend the front knee. Lift that back knee as the left hand twists up. This is your inhale. Exhale, frame the front foot with both hands. Inhale, high lunge, arms up. And then warrior 2, open to the long side of your mat. Deep breath in. For 3. Deep breath in. For 2. Fill your body with breath and sink even deeper for 1. Reversing, stay deep in the legs as the left arm comes up and back. Slowly straighten your left leg. And pushing down into your feet, inhale, arms lift to a T, triangle pose. Right hip goes back in space as the left hand stretches, 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 finding your posture. So you're pushing down into the 4 corners of both feet as that right hand reaches high. So you're rooting and rising at the same time. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Transitioning half moon, gentle bend in the left knee. The right leg floats. Again, we did this earlier, but we were on our knee. We also bent that knee, reaching the right hand for the toes. So if you feel adventurous and want to try that today, wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Inhale. For 3. Inhale. For 2. Deepest breath. And 1, we're going to unwind. Drop the right hand, square the hips, medium step back, Parshvottanasana, head to knee pose. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Fullest, deepest, most complete breath in. And exhale, we open to the long side of the mat, widening your stance. Pigeon the toes in. Again, the crown of your head just drops. You might bend into opposite knees this time to give yourself a little bit of a different or unique stretch. And then eventually we slide on the heels, open the toes wide, deep bend into the right knee, Skandasana. Fingertips, palms, or forearms could touch the mat. Or maybe palms come to heart center. Just a few deep breaths here. And you can drop your palms, lift your seat. Let's walk the hands framing the front foot, meeting in a forward fold. From this forward fold, we're going to toe heel, the feet open, the toes point out. Sit down into our yogi squat. We've been here a few times before, but this time it's just a transition to bring you right onto your butt. Peace fingers are going to reach for the big toes. So you can use your heels as little kickstands, or the heels can be floating. As you inhale the right leg wide, exhale, heels touch. Inhale, left leg. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if you'd like to, we can try both at the same time. I often roll back, so you might feel that little temptation to roll back like a roly-poly. And then eventually the feet will touch, dropping your heels, reach your chin, your gaze high. And then let's fold forward and over the legs as your chin begins to tuck in. And now we're starting to slow down. So I started class. I know some maybe came in a few minutes late, but the question was, where do you go for shelter in times of crisis? So an obvious answer could be, if a tornado's coming, to go into a basement, or a hurricane's coming, to go into a room with no windows. But where do we go when there's an internal crisis. It could be a headache. It could be we burnt our rice on the stove, or it could be more serious, like a loss of a loved one, a loss of our job, a loss of our home. Do we go to our Instagram page to find relief? Do we go to the news to find relief? Do we go to food to find relief? Where do we usually go? Or do we go inside? The practice of yoga is taking us inside, even when the outside is a bit messy. Let's go ahead and roll up from here and find a reverse tabletop. So we'll move the spine in the opposite direction. The knees come up, you push into the feet, the hands are behind you, and just lift your hips. And maybe your neck will drop down and back if that feels nice. And then you'll soften your butt and then your chin, crisscrossing the ankles, moving through tabletop to a downward facing dog. You're going to go into a pigeon pose, reaching the right leg high to the sky. And then right knee, right wrist, right foot, left wrist, softening into the posture. And if you can, reach your gaze right over your shoulder. You'll feel the left hip come forward. Keep it forward as you come back to center. And then soften over that right leg, closing your eyes. And letting gravity do the work for you in the pose. So where do we go when things are a little bit messy outside or inside? And we deepen our breath. Let your mind come back to the breath. Bring yourself back to the moment. Life is just one moment at a time. Can I be present with this one moment in front of me? Whether it's a high moment or a low moment in my life, can I just be present for it rather than tuning it out? Come back to the rhythm of your breath. We'll do about 10 more breaths here together. Inhale for 10. Inhale. 9. Inhale. 8. Inhale. 7. Inhale. 6. 5 more breaths. If you'd like to stay in sleeping pigeon, stay here. If you'd like to go a little deeper, you can push into the palms, lift yourself up, bending your back knee, left hand for toes, maybe foot into the crease of the elbow. So wherever you are for these final few breaths, just make sure you're feeling whatever unique shape you're in with your breath. And as you are complete here, we're going to slowly unwind whatever posture you're in and meet in downward facing dog. Take your time, move as slowly as you'd like. Pedal the legs at least once. And then we switch sides. We'll inhale the left leg high. Take your time. Pigeon pose, left knee, left wrist, left foot, right wrist, settle. Gaze over the left shoulder, right hip comes forward. And then come back and through center as you begin to fold. So when we're on our mat, we're practicing how we'd like to respond to life right now, but also how we'd like to respond to life when we get off of our yoga mat. It's like a little microscopic example of how we show up. There's a saying that how we do one thing is how we do everything. Can I be present when I wash my dishes? so that I can be present on deeper, bigger conversations, or maybe moments of life. So we're going to do 10 more breaths here. The first 5 will be together. The following 5 will be doing any sort of modifications in the posture. Inhale. 5. Inhale. 4. Inhale. 3. Inhale. 2. Deepest breath in. And 1. Then 5 more breaths, either staying just like that, or maybe reaching your right hand for your toes, getting the foot into the elbow crease. Whatever posture you can maintain your deep breath in, last 3 or 4 breaths. And then from here, wherever you are, begin to unwind. Shift your weight onto that left hip, swing the right leg forward and around. And we're just going to meet in a comfortable seated position. Almost the end of our moving meditation. Let's drop the chin down towards your heart. Roll your right ear to shoulder, chin to the sky, and just take 3 circles in this one direction. And take 3 circles in the opposite direction. Eventually finding stillness, we're going to do a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana, the flossing of the brain. Alternate nostril, peace fingers of the right hand inside of your eyebrows. Cover your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale left side all the way. Cover both nostrils as you hold your breath. And then exhale right side. Inhale right side. Holding at the top. Exhale left side. So that's 1 complete round. And just do 2 more rounds at a pace that's perfect for you. Flossing the mind. Just about 1 more round. Pranayama is incredibly strengthening for the immune system. It oxygenates every single cell in the body. It's like pumping up your body with the best gasoline, really. We know how to fill up our cars when they need gas, but we often forget to stop and breathe. So as you've completed that 3rd and final round, go ahead and roll onto your back. We're coming full circle, hugging both knees towards the chest. Finding a happy baby pose. Notice what's shifted, what's moved, what's changed since the first time you did this posture. And then take this 1 minute to complete your practice. So that might mean another spinal twist. It might mean an inversion. Or maybe getting a pillow. you're just like, I'm going to use this time to go into Shavasana, a nice long Shavasana. So once you get to Shavasana, let your arms and legs take extra space. Your eyes closed. As I say, a part of your body, bring your mind there for relaxation. Top of your head, skull, brain, relax. Forehead, eyes, nose, relax. Ears, cheeks, jaw, relax. Neck, shoulders, down both arms to your fingertips, relax. Chest, mid-belly, low belly, inner organs, relax. Upper back, mid-back, low back, relax. Both hips down the legs to your toes, relax. You are totally and completely relaxed. From here, you can bring your attention back to your breath, allowing every inhale to fill your low belly, your mid belly, all the way up to your chest and your lungs. And every exhale empties chest, mid belly, and low belly, bringing gentle movement to your fingertips and your toes. Rolling your wrists and ankles in all directions. And then slowly roll to your right or left side. Take a few breaths here, remembering that yoga is the journey within, and that our true shelter lies within. Whether it's an external crisis or an internal crisis, yoga is the journey inside of ourselves. So let's push down into the palms, lift to a closing seat, and whatever is going on in your life, you can thank yourself for taking this journey inward. The true shelter, the true solution to our problems is just connecting with our own self. And we'll close with one sound of Om. It's like a very deep inhale. Om. Namaste. Thank you.